you're looking for Christmas 3D prints that you're actually going to want to make, then you're in the right place, because I've just spent days printing loads of really good ones. And we're going to start off with this guy. So this guy is a melting snowman. He is getting a little bit toasty by the fire here, which is represented by a tea light. It's a tea light candle holder, but I love this thing, man. It's got such character to it. All the snow is melting down the bottom here. You'll see it better in the B-roll, but he has his little arms putting out with it so he can get the heat from the flame, and it's got all the different features that you would expect. It's such a cute, easy print to make, and the best part is it's not AMS. All these different parts print separately, and you just pop them in with a tiny little bit of glue, and I mean, there you go. I love this, and the use of the LED tea light, LED, don't use a real one, guys, that'd be silly, is such a good idea. I love it. This 3D printed gift box is probably one of the coolest designs in this whole video, and that's because the bow on the top has a little bit of a secret. You twist this here to allow the box to unlock because it has a locking mechanism on the inside here. This is such a cool addition, and it doesn't take long to print at all because the design of it is genius. The red strips print flat on the bed, as you can see here, and then all you need to do is fold them up and glue them together. No more AMS changing for tons and tons of time. And honestly, assembling it is a lot easier than it looks. But to me, this sort of print is amazing because not only does it look good, it offers a use and it can be reused every single year as well. Speaking of reusable though, this is something that I made myself last year and sold really well on Etsy. This is a reusable Christmas cracker, and on the inside, it is completely loaded with whatever you want to put in there. I actually sold it full of like random little RuneScape merch last year, and it did really, really well. But you may notice that it actually has a cracker snap here. That's because I made an edit this year for this video where you can add this and lock it into place on the bottom so that when you do pull it, you can actually get a satisfying cracker snap sound that would definitely be missing otherwise. You can buy the cracker snap refills online for really cheap in bulk. I think I got like a few hundred of them for very little money, and then all you need to do is thread it through and plug up the hole so that it stays strong, and then you can snap it through and you get a nice satisfying snap. But to me, anything that's reusable, you can put it away at the end of Christmas, get it back out for next year, load it up again with more stuff and crack it open. Whether you put a few on the table or whether you just gift one to somebody, these are definitely something you're going to want to make. And the files for this will be on Patreon for completely free. Just the usual quick reminder that if you haven't clicked the sub button yet, please do. The channel's growing like crazy. Thank you. But also, if we could hit 10K before Christmas, what a Christmas gift that would be. Back to the video. Next up, we have this mailbox, which will add a ton of magic to Christmas, I guarantee you. This is now one of my favorite prints from this video, and I've just got finished writing my son's letter to Santa with him, and man, he is so excited. I love this thing. It looks great. Like, not only does it look incredible, but it is designed super well too. Look at the front of that. It says North Pole Express Mail. Love it. And then on this side here, there's also the little mailbox thing that, like, you know, there's mail in and there's not any mail in. Is that how that works? Get people in the US? I think it does. We don't really do that here. I've never ever had one of these, so I think you put it up when you put letters in, right? And then people know that they've got something. Is that how it works? But either way, on the inside now is the letter to Santa, and what I did is I said to him that we need to write his letter of what he would like for Christmas to Santa, and then pop it inside, lift this up, that way his elves know that there is a letter inside there for him. They will take that to Santa, and then in the morning, of course, the letter will be gone, this will be down, and he knows. Now Santa knows what he wants for Christmas. Moving on to something a little bit more common and I guess simple is this here ornament. Of course, it's Christmas. You're going to want to have something to decorate the house and whatnot, but also this has a little bit of use. You could store things like your Christmas nuts in there. Is that something that's only in the UK? I don't know. But also my missus is going to make a little bit of a display piece out of this. She's going to fill it up with like acorns and walnuts and that sort of stuff. Put some like little lights in there too. It'll look really nice. A little bit of an extra decoration. However, you could also go like completely crazy, because I kind of picked this for the fact that there's so many well-designed like ornaments like this. You could print like a full family of reindeer and make like a huge display. In fact, if any of you have done that, please do let me know in the comments, because I would love to see it. There'll be a way for you to post that over on Patreon, I'm sure. I'm going to put this out for a display. My missus is going to do something with it, and I'm sure it'll look really nice. We got one for the kids. This is a Slinky Santa hat. Now, man, this is, I didn't even think about making a Slinky toy with 3D printing. I don't know why, like, I don't really print toys. I don't really print things like this, but this is something that, as long as my kids don't break it, again, this can come out every year, and I mean, they'll have a lot of fun with this for sure. I'll be honest, I'll have a lot of fun with this as well. There's just something about it. I mean, these are like the toys of my year, right? Is that showing my age a little bit maybe? But But all the same, this is absolutely great. All you need to do is get a knife and just pry off the first bit, and then it just pulls out nicely. It's way better than I expected. I expected it to spring, but not like spring. Look at it go. It's it just goes. It's perfect. So you can scale this up and make an absolutely huge one that you can even wear on your head for Christmas Day, or you can just pop it on something. And I hope the audio doesn't sound terrible with that on there, although it probably does until I lift this off. But either way, you can use these, decorate things, or just play with it. I'm sure the kids will love it if you have kids, and I mean, if you don't, you'll probably love it as well. Moving on, we have this awesome Christmas tree toy right here. This is a toy for my daughter, and she's gonna absolutely love this thing. What happens is all of the different pieces on here actually just go on the top and then roll down to where they're supposed to go. And at the end of it, they make this really cool looking Christmas tree. Now I used transparent green PLA for this, and I think it's turned out really, really nice. I'm glad that I did. But basically they come in all these different shapes, and then when you put them on the top, they'll just roll down to where they're supposed to go. And I mean, assembly is pretty much non-existent. All the different pieces print separately, and then you just have to screw the brown bit into the base, and that's it. It's done. You just place the things on top. This is super fun for young kids, but it also gives them that extra little bit of like, put the thing on the top in the right position and let it roll down, and then when they're done, they get to tip them all off and do it again. So for the amount of time that this thing took to print, not only do you get a really nice Christmas tree, but you get a very nice interactive useful toy as well if you have a younger kid. Or I mean, again, adults, don't lie, there'll be few of you guys that will definitely enjoy playing with this just as much as the kids do. Okay, so this next print is going to take a lot of work, but it's going to be worth it. This might be the most impressive of the whole video, so let's get to work. So this one definitely took some time. I had so many pieces to assemble, and as you can see here, it also needed LEDs. So to start off with, I had to get Santa's boot and thread the LEDs through the bag, and then pass them up through the white inset, which actually printed with fuzzy skin and looks really nice. When I first looked at it, I was like, is this printing correctly? And then I realized it was fuzzy skinned, and yeah, what a good idea. It looks great. After that, you have a little candy cane rod that sticks into the actual inset. And I must say, the design of this is really well thought out, and everything just goes together really nicely and kind of obviously. Well, we'll talk about the obviously bit in a second. But the candy cane sits in there really nicely, and this is to hold your LED strips, which you now need to wrap around there so that you have the light nicely spread out when you're going to cover it up. Now, I didn't glue the white inset into the boot because this will allow me later on, if I need to go back in there and change the lights in case they fail or something like that. If you plan on using it long term, probably a good idea. So the next part is kind of the bit that I would suggest taking your time with and not getting this wrong, because it threw me the hell off so much. What you have to do is assemble the actual pieces of the candy cane, the red and the white pieces, over the LED lights that you've just wrapped around. Sounds simple, and if it is for you, then I don't know what the hell I was doing, because this took me easily 25 to 30 minutes. Like, actually, it was ridiculous. Because I know what I'm like, I don't want to go ahead and start gluing these on without being 100% sure that I had them in the right place. And even now, I'm not convinced that I have. What I did is connect them all, lay them all out on the table in the order that I am pretty sure that they went in, because you wouldn't be able to count the amount of times I had to change the orders. Once you know you've got them in the right order, then you can start slotting them on and gluing them together. And then finally, when you've glued them all together, you're done. You can turn the lights out and see how it looks. And here it is, completely finished, man. This looks great. It took so long, and yes, it's dark in here now because I wanted you guys to get kind of the idea of how this looks, but the B-roll will probably do it way more justice. Putting this actual cane together was a total nightmare. Maybe that's just on my part, but I'm very happy with it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments on this one. So this one is very simple and it's tiny, right? But if you have kids, this was a great one. This was a absolute hit, and it didn't take long to actually do, right? The print itself took a little while. Like it wasn't a quick print, but doing the actual activity really didn't take long. But basically, we made a little 3D printed gingerbread house, or Christmas house, I suppose. My kids loved it. So basically you print out a kit card just like this, and then you take off all the things that you want to include onto the actual house, and there's little slots that you can do in there. Again, it's just something that you can do with the kids and set it up and put them around the house. You could scale this up and make it even bigger maybe. But also another thing is you could pop a tea light behind it and have a little bit of light coming through the actual windows, and it does look kind of cozy and nice. But overall, anything that gets me, I don't know, 10 minutes, 20 minutes of having the kids focused and doing something that they actually enjoy. I enjoyed it. My kids enjoyed it. We had fun building it together. And I think this time of year, that's kind of all that matters, right? Moving on is a really interesting one to me. And I've got a small one and a big one. If you can guess what it is before we get past this part, it points to you. But this opens up. Go on! Channel members get bloopers, by the way. But this opens up, and then on the inside there is a mold for a Christmas tree, meaning I can now pour candle wax into here and make my own Christmas themed candles, which is really interesting to me. Now I'm going to go and test this out. We'll melt some wax and we'll pour it in here, but I should note that this was actually printed in PETG because, or PETG, whatever you guys call it, because it has a higher melting point, like a higher temp resistance than PLA does. And then you get these bolts to tighten it all together so that nothing leaks out the side. Once it's cooled down, you can take them out, open it up, and you'll have yourself a nice new Christmas themed candle. Now I also made a small one, not for candles, but for wax melts. My missus uses a wax melter for like the smell and stuff all the time. And I figured if I could make her some little Christmas trees to put in the top, something that she'll like. So we're going to try that out as well. Now to do this, I bought some candles and some colored scented stuff and chopped them all up ready to melt over a double boiler. So those of you that don't know, a double boiler is just a boiling pan of water and then something on top so that it doesn't directly cook it, but it just steams it and heats it up that way. Once the wax had melted, it was just getting it into the mold, which the bolts, yeah, I don't know, I just sacked the bolts off because they just snapped when I tried to put them in. So I just got sellotape and wrapped it around and job's good. It's good to go. It works. It's absolutely fine. Then all you need to do is tip the wax into the actual mold, pray that it doesn't leak out, which it didn't, and then put it to the side to cool. And we'll be back to check this later on because they're going to take a fair few hours to cool down. Here's a very quick but frustrating 3D print that you can make for someone that you really like to wind up and annoy on Christmas Day. And it is a little gift box that I've put a £20 note in here, about $25 for those of you in the US. And well, there's a lot of bolts around this thing that they'll have to take out to be able to get their gift. It's just one of those little gag gifts or presents that, you know, it's just a little bit of fun. You give it to them, they go, oh, this looks really nice. And then slowly they figure out that this is going to take them a little while to get to. And I mean, you could put something inside that's like really silly, like a joke or something, or maybe nothing, and just give them nothing and then afterwards go, I'm just kidding, here's your present. But I have put a little bit of money in there and I will be giving it to some of my family, because I'm not sure why I put all the screws in for the video. I would have took that money back out and used it, but I guess now we're just going to commit because I can't be bothered taking it all out. There's a little black ribbon for the top and the bolts as well that print on one sheet, and then the orange bit prints in place with the hinge working and everything on its own as well. So 2 prints, but very quick, and then you just have to stick them together, screw the bolts in, and your jobs are good, and you got a perfectly nice orange and black. I kind of like the orange and black personally. Maybe I should have gone with something more festive, but I wanted to use different colors. What do you guys think? Definitely something you can take advantage of to wind up the people that you love, but love taking a little bit of a joke with. And before we check out wax melts, which are pretty much there, I wanted to talk about this. This is a very, very quick and easy simple print, but it's very cute as well. It's just a little igloo that is in full white PLA, so it doesn't take long to print at all. But underneath, there's a space for a little LED tea light. Now, once this thing is lit up, it actually looks really cozy and like there's someone at home in there. And there's definitely so many options of this sort of stuff online that you could print like a full actual set and have it all set up. And I'll definitely be printing some more of these, considering how little amount of filament they actually cost and time. Okay, it's time. We're going to open the candles. You'll have B-roll from that angle, but hopefully they turn out well, but we'll have to see. Okay, we'll start with the green one. Get the sellotape cut off here. Give it a bit of a bang around, maybe. 3, 2, 1. It's worked. Look at this. That is, holy hell, look at this. I am so happy with that. Look at that. That's insanely good. From a little mold that I 3D printed. I mean, obviously it's a mold, so why wouldn't it work? But oh, I love that. Let's get the big one opened. The mold will still be intact. This one's gonna work. Hey, look at that. One survivor. That's crazy. Okay, I don't know if giving it a smack matters, but this one released really easy, so we'll do it. You ready? Let's... Oh dear. It's stuck because of the bolts. Okay, it's open. It is open. You ready? Stuff everywhere. I'll tidy up after. It's fine. It's fine. Please work. Look at this. Holy. Okay, so this one is a little bit warm still, unfortunately. I can feel it like bending in the middle. So because it's bigger, I'm going to leave it, but it looks like it's come out perfect. And I'm so happy with it. I will absolutely trim the wick down, light it for later, and keep an eye out for a YouTube short or something like that. And I will post it on there and you guys can see if they actually worked. But I can't get over how cool this little one is that you just sit in the top of the wax melter. She's going to love this. She's going to absolutely love it. But hey, I'm glad they worked out that good.